Hello everyone and welcome back to Penny Collector, the channel where we explore the fascinating stories, hidden history, and current market value of coins from around the world. Today, we are going to take a close look at the 1996 USA 5-cent coin, more commonly known as the Jefferson nickel. This coin is a piece of American history that carries not only monetary value, but also historical and collectible significance. The Jefferson nickel design has been in circulation since 1938, featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. On the obverse side of the 1996 nickel, we can see the left-facing bust of Jefferson, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" on the left and "Liberty" followed by the year 1996 on the right. The mint mark, indicating whether the coin was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, can be found near the right side of Jefferson's portrait. On the reverse side, we see a beautiful depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, along with the inscriptions "A Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America." The coin is made of a copper-nickel composition consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a distinctive silver-gray appearance and durability. In terms of size and weight, the coin measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weighs 5 grams. The year 1996 itself was a fairly standard mintage year for nickels, with hundreds of millions produced. But condition plays a huge role in determining market value today. A 1996 nickel that has been in circulation and shows signs of wear will generally be worth its face value of 5 cents. But if the coin is in excellent condition, especially in uncirculated or mint state grades, collectors are willing to pay more. In the coin collecting world, condition is graded on a scale from poor to mint state 70, and nickels from 1996 in mint state 65 or higher can be worth anywhere from 50 cents to a few dollars, depending on demand. Proof versions, which were struck in San Francisco with a highly polished finish for collectors, can be worth even more, often selling for $1 to $3 or higher if still in pristine condition. In today's coin market, as of the most recent data, a regular 1996 Jefferson nickel in average circulated condition remains at 5 cents, but a high-grade uncirculated example, graded MS67 by a professional grading service, can sell for $20 to $30 or more at auction, with some rare cases reaching higher prices if the coin has exceptional luster, a strong strike, and no visible marks. Another factor that can increase the value is the presence of minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. Such errors are relatively rare, but can transform a simple nickel into a valuable collector's item, worth $50, $100, or even more, depending on the error type and coin quality. For collectors, the 1996 nickel is not just a piece of change, but a small but important part of American numismatic history. Whether you have found one in your pocket change or inherited a collection, examining the condition, mint mark, and potential errors is key to determining its worth. So, next time you come across a 1996 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. You might just be holding more than a simple 5-cent coin. Next up, we are taking a deep dive into the 1984 USA 5-cent coin, more commonly known as the Jefferson nickel. This coin is part of one of the longest-running series in American coinage history, first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel has maintained its iconic look for decades, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. On the obverse side, or front, of the 1984 nickel, you will find the familiar left-facing portrait of Jefferson. The inscriptions include "In God We Trust," positioned to the left of his face, and to the right the word "Liberty," followed by the year 1984. Just next to the date is the mint mark, which can be a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco in the case of proof coins. The reverse side features the detailed image of Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, with the Latin motto Et pluribus unum at the top, the name Monticello underneath the building, and the words 5 cents and United States of America near the bottom. This coin is composed of a copper-nickel alloy containing 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a bright silvery tone while remaining durable enough for decades of circulation. It has a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, making it instantly recognizable to anyone who handles American change. In 1984, the United States Mint produced a large number of these nickels, over 843 million at the Philadelphia Mint, more than 748 million at the Denver Mint, and around 3.3 million proof coins at the San Francisco Mint. Because of this high mintage, most circulated 1984 nickels are still only worth their face value of 5 cents today. However, condition is everything in coin collecting, and high-grade examples are much more desirable. A 1984 Jefferson nickel that has seen heavy circulation and shows noticeable wear will remain at face value, but an uncirculated example in mint state 65 or higher can sell for around 50 cents to a few dollars. Extremely high-grade examples, such as those graded mint state 67 or better, are rare and can bring $20 to $30 or more at auction, especially if the coin has exceptional strike quality, brilliant luster, and no visible blemishes. Proof coins from San Francisco with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details generally sell for $1 to $3 depending on their condition. Additionally, error coins from 1984 can be worth significantly more, as collectors are always searching for unique pieces. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, or wrong planchet strikes can raise the value to $20, $50, or even over $100 depending on the rarity and severity of the error. While the 1984 nickel may seem common at first glance, finding a pristine, high-grade example without scratches, nicks, or dullness is far more difficult than people realize, especially considering that these coins have been in circulation for over 4 decades. For collectors, the 1984 Jefferson nickel represents not just a piece of currency, but a link to a continuous tradition of American coin design that has endured through generations. If you happen to find one in your pocket change, it's worth taking a moment to examine it under good lighting, checking the mint mark, and looking for any signs of exceptional quality or unusual characteristics. You never know. The coin in your hand could be worth much more than 5 cents. Next up, we are focusing on the 1988 USA 5-cent coin, better known as the Jefferson nickel. This coin is a small yet significant piece of American coinage history that continues to circulate even decades after it was minted. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it has remained a staple of U.S. currency ever since. On the obverse, or front side, of the 1988 nickel, we find the familiar left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the primary author of the Declaration of Independence. Above Jefferson's head is the inscription, "In God We Trust," and to the right is the word "Liberty," followed by the date 1988, with the mint mark just next to it indicating whether the coin was struck in Philadelphia with a P, in Denver with a D, or in San Francisco with an S for proof coins. Turning to the reverse side, we see a detailed depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, along with the inscriptions "A pluribus unum" at the top, Monticello beneath the building, and the words 5 cents and United States of America at the bottom. The 1988 Jefferson nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable alloy that gives it a silver-like appearance and resistance to wear. It weighs exactly 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. In 1988, the United States Mint produced a very large quantity of nickels, over 762 million at the Philadelphia Mint, over 663 million at the Denver Mint, and around 3.2 million proof coins at the San Francisco Mint. With such high mintages, most circulated examples from 1988 are still worth their face value of 5 cents today. However, condition and grading make a huge difference in collector value. A well-worn 1988 nickel will typically remain at 5 cents, but uncirculated examples, especially those graded Mint State 65 or higher, can bring anywhere from 50 cents to a few dollars. Mint State 67 examples are much harder to find and can sell for $10 to $20 or more. And in rare cases, exceptional coins with outstanding luster and strike quality have fetched $30 or higher at auction. Proof coins from San Francisco, which were specially struck for collectors with mirror-like fields and sharp details, are generally worth between $1 and $3 if kept in perfect condition. Error coins from 1988 can command significant premiums as well. These might include off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, or even planchet errors such as clipped planchets or wrong metal strikes. Depending on the type and severity of the error, a 1988 nickel with a dramatic minting mistake could be worth anywhere from $20 to over $100 to the right collector. While the majority of 1988 nickels remain common, finding a flawless, high-grade example is far more challenging than most people think because these coins have been in circulation for decades and are prone to small scratches, nicks, and loss of luster over time. For coin collectors, the 1988 Jefferson nickel represents a part of the long-running series that connects modern U.S. coinage to its historical roots in the early 20th century. Whether you come across one in your pocket change or have inherited a collection that includes this date, it's always worth checking the coin's condition, mint mark, and any unusual characteristics before spending it. Many people have unknowingly let valuable coins slip through their hands simply because they assumed a nickel is always worth only 5 cents. As collectors know, history and rarity can turn an ordinary coin into a small treasure. So, the next time you spot a 1988 nickel, take a closer look. You may just discover a hidden gem that deserves a place in your collection. Next up, we are talking about the 1999 USA 5-cent coin, better known as the Jefferson nickel, a piece of modern American coinage that still holds a place in everyday circulation, but also has its own importance in the world of numismatics. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and was designed by Felix Schlag, whose vision has graced the coin for decades. On the obverse, or front, of the 1999 nickel, you will see the familiar left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. To the left of his portrait is the inscription, "In God We Trust," and to the right you will find the word liberty in Jefferson's own handwriting style, followed by the year 1999 and the mint mark, which could be a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco in the case of proof coins. The reverse side of the coin features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, with the Latin motto E pluribus unum, positioned above it, the name Monticello directly below, and the words 5 cents and United States of America at the bottom. The 1999 Jefferson nickel is made from a copper-nickel alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-gray shine and exceptional durability. It weighs exactly 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, making it instantly recognizable among U.S. coinage. In 1999, the United States Mint produced very large numbers of nickels, over 1.2 billion from the Philadelphia Mint, over 1 billion from the Denver Mint, and approximately 3.3 million proof coins from the San Francisco Mint. With such high mintage numbers, most circulated 1999 nickels remain worth only their face value of 5 cents. But collectors always look for coins in top condition. In the coin collecting world, condition is measured by the grading scale from poor to mint state 70, and examples from 1999 in mint state 65 or higher can sell for around 50 cents to $2. Coins in mint state 67, which are much harder to find without marks or blemishes, can bring $10 to $20, and in rare cases, examples in exceptional mint state 68 condition have been sold for over $100 at auction. Proof coins from San Francisco, which were specially made for collectors with sharp details and mirror-like surfaces, typically sell for $1 to $3 depending on condition, and deep cameo examples can command slightly higher prices. Additionally, error coins from 1999 can bring significant premiums. These errors may include double die obverses or reverses, off-center strikes, die cracks, or even wrong planchet strikes. Depending on the rarity and demand, these errors can raise the coin's value to $50, $100, or even more. Even though the 1999 Jefferson nickel is relatively modern, pristine examples are not as easy to find as one might think, because over 2 decades of circulation can leave small scratches, worn luster, and tiny contact marks. For collectors, the 1999 nickel marks the final year before the new millennium, making it a symbolic piece for those who collect coins by date sets. If you happen to find a 1999 nickel in your pocket change, take a closer look at its condition, mint mark, and any possible unusual features, because what might seem like an ordinary coin could be a small but valuable part of American numismatic history. Thank you for watching Penny Collector, where every coin tells a story and every story could lead you to a hidden treasure. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth coin guides, historical insights, and the latest market values so you can keep growing your knowledge and your collection.